And yes, we are live because we are live here with Barrister Abigail Okorie Carlo. In fact, she had to tell me that there's a Carlo behind the name and all of that. Where are you from, ma?
I'm from Delta State, but I'm married to an Abriba man, Abia State.
In Africa, people do that kind of thing. I was going to say, are you Africa? But I wanted to be very careful. All righty. Thank you so much for joining us and thank you for being here. How did your husband leave Abriba girls and come to you? You must be a very powerful person.
You're very correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Thank you so much for joining us. It is another week on my intentional parenting journey. I can't wait to listen to Barrister Abigail, and she's going to be talking about her journey in the yard. This is my first time going to listen to her. I love it when, I am just listening like every other listening. It makes it really, really exciting. And of course, you can see that I'm excited. Today is the Monday, the 6th of October. Come on now. And yes, and we have Abigail streaming all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome here. If you have not shared this link with someone, please do that now because I am sure that Abigail has a lot to actually share with us. Let's get into it. Abigail, how did you get into the yard? How long have you been in the yard? And if you're just listening to us for the first time, the yard is the inner circle program of the Intentional Parents Academy, aka the yard. And if you hear yarders, yarders are the people in the yard. So we call ourselves yarders. And if you hear yardar rally, it is an inner circle lingua. And then you come and then you hear, come on now. Then yes, you are right in the inner circle. One of the things that I love about the yard is that when you see a yarder, you just get to know. It's not hard. Somebody said to me, I was in a PTA meeting recently, and I heard a parent stand up and speak. And the moment she just started to talk, she said, Coach, she sounded very yardari. I said, come on. I said, immediately she was done, I walked up to her and I said to her, are you a yada? She said, yes, it's only yadas that talk like this. Yadas have a lingua. It's a culture. Being in the Intentional Parents Academy is a culture, it's a lifestyle. It's not just a group. No, it's a lifestyle. And that lifestyle changes everything. Trust me, that's one of the best things that can happen to you. I'm going to allow Abigail to talk. Abigail, please. How did you get into the yard? And how long have you been in the yard? Over to you, please.
Thank you, Coach. Good morning, everyone, from wherever you're calling or joining us from. My name is Abigail. I joined the Inner Circle in 2023, December. How did I hear? I heard from a sister of mine in church who relocated to the UK. And she just sent me the TIP conference for 2023. And I was like, okay, what's this? I looked at it. I followed a bit because I had things doing. But by the time I followed, but I didn't follow through well, right? But the things they were saying, some of them were hitting me. And of course, because we were put in a group, when it was time for back to master class, I said, back to school master class. The things that were being, the things, the nuggets, the topics were resonating to me that, okay, things you will learn to help your children go to school without issues and all of that, without all the, the war and the bazookas in the mornings. I said, this one sounds so well because I'm battling these things right now. So that was how I entered. I joined the back to school master class. It was, oh my God, Coach, you can't imagine. It was a prayer answered. It was it for me. I was like, what? It helped me. I've got 3 children, right? So 2 are in boarding school. Just 1 is at home. It's war. It's war. But when I entered the master class, I got the materials. I went to what they call it, business center, printed. I had all those things and I was following. It helped me. So from back to masterclass, immediately, I didn't need too much probing. I said, this one, I need it. That was how I entered that 2023 December 2000. And that happened to be my birthday, 1st of December. So it was a lot for me. Yeah, it was a lot for me. I can tell you. So that was how I came across Inner Circle, and I entered, and it has been an amazing journey so far.
Awesome, awesome. We have Barista Abigail Okorie right in the building, sharing on her journey. And she said she got into the back to school masterclass, and everything that was said in that back to school masterclass resonated. We're starting a course today, this morning, God dealing with sibling rivalry. The moment you hear the truth, it keeps you spellbound. That's it. It's not just shouting, oh, parenting class. That's not what it is. We are talking about the truth that sets free.
Yes.
Really. And it's not that sets free. After last week's webinar, which is Thursday, I've had several others, send me a message and say, how you were able to say the things that is needed per time is what I don't know. And I said to them, it is not me. That's why. I cannot take credit for it as a human being. It's impossible to do that. If I do that, then I lie to myself. How do you teach a class that is not as related? And then you say things that
and it's hitting it on the head.
That people hear at the time. Things that sometimes you don't even think it's supposed to be that. That's how the move of God works. So Abigail said she's been in the yard since 2023. When you got in on the 1st of December, I want you to tell me. So it means that every 1st of December, we're celebrating birthday with you. We are inside our new year. If you are born on 1st of December, forgive us. That's our new year. I'm celebrating it with you. And please.
I love it. I love it. Yes, Mom, I love it because it's God's birthday gift to me, really. That's the truth. It's for God's birthday gift to me because this is what I've been looking for. Coach, I stepped down from work in 2012 when I gave birth to my second daughter. Yes. When you talk about, when we learn about seasons of life, what are you sacrificing? It goes way back. And I'm like, wow, I wish I knew and, got in touch with Inner Circle way back then. It's an amazing. So I don't need anybody to push me. It's like when you're hungry or you're thirsty, you give a man water. The man will not, he will not even look at the glass. He will just gulp the thing down because he needs it. That was the stage at which I was. So I knew this was what I wanted. Anyway, in the course of the life, let me not rush. Let me just take it in strides.
I can see that. You can see that Abigail has a lot for us. I can't wait to hear it. So, Abigail, please go ahead. What was that thing that struck you when you got into the yard? What's that thing that made you know that this is that thing that I want? This is what it is that I need. Over to you.
Yes, ma'am. Do you know, when I entered, like I said, I was searching. I was hungry. I was in need. And then I see this. I'm like, it's like a key just opens up within me, inside my life, that this is what you've been looking for. So it was, I'm amazed. I'm like, wow, is this how God can be? Just in your word, creating something and just, giving it to you. This was something I've been looking for since 2012. And I'm like, in fact, when my husband, he's in this school of thoughts, well, you have to beat a child, you have to do this. And I said, sir, I've gotten what I need. Don't, let's just, and he can see, when you say results speak, he is seeing the results speaking. When I entered, I saw the structure, the goal. It wasn't easy, but I knew deep down this was what I needed. So even that mind, I'll tell me, it's expensive. I said, but the value is there. That one will tell me, is a lot of work. But I said, this is what I've been looking for. So just sit down and do the work. Sit down and do what is needful. Who, as we say it in Nigeria, who laziness help, who being just useless help, who all those things help. You have found solution. Just calm down, sit down, look at it, and follow through. Inner circle hit me because this thing comes, just like what you were saying, it comes from the throne room. It comes, that's why it hits you at where you are. It gives it to you. You are like, this thing that we just see the solution, this thing, it's baked from the throne room, man.
Yeah.
So that held me, that has kept me, that has, helped me. So I know that Inner Circle has done a whole lot, really. It has done a whole lot for me. My children, my husband. Last year, the second time my husband paid for me. This year, he supported me. I said, sir, it's time we enter together. He said, I can't, but I know one day, he will be here beside me, sitting beside me. We will do this together. Because he's seeing results. Results, you don't argue with results. Inner Circle has a result. For me, I was seeing the result. And I don't like to say it's better than magic. No, I'd rather say it's better. It's like a miracle. It's a miracle. Inner Circle gives you a miracle that you're looking for. Work with it. Follow it. That's it. That was what worked for me. That's what has been working for me. It's amazing, Coach. It's really amazing. From when I entered, I hear, it's like sometimes some things just lift up from what you're saying. It lifts up from what you're saying and it comes to me. And in the process, as I'm in the house and doing things or talking to my husband, I hear your voice. I hear it. Oh my goodness. It's so wonderful, really. It's so wonderful. It's so amazing. It's so amazing.
Awesome. TIP is not a hype. Somebody sent me a chat this morning and said to me, all this hype. Am I sure I'm going to see these things when I join this Inner Circle? I'm like, calm all the way down. Like, I told the person, I said, now you go run. Are you ready? Are you really ready for what is about to befall you? No, you are not. So if you're listening to us this morning and then you're thinking, what is hype? Are you sure? All these people that just come online, you just see them. No, I'm not one of those your people that come online. I am called by God himself for a rescue mission. Believe it or not, it is what it is. And trust me, like Abigail said, it's a miracle place, right? Miracle that you work out yourself, as in you see the tangibility of the miracle. So TIC Academy, which is the Intentional Parent Academy, is not a hype. It is the hype. That's the hype itself. All right? The hype itself. That's the whole thing, So if people ask, so what do you do there? I don't even know how. Somebody asked me this morning again. So what are the things I'm going to get in the Inner Circle? Chat. I don't know how to explain it. I just said, can somebody help me explain this thing? So I just did the normal theory. You get 52 webinars. You get this. You get. For me, that's theory. That's not what you get. What you get is transformation.
Transformation.
Nobody can explain to you. If your transformation is explainable, then believe you me, trust me, it is not transformation. Nobody can explain it. You have in the building Barrister Abigail. And Barrister Abigail is, talking about her journey in the Inner Circle. Barrister Abigail Okorie. And one of the things that I've heard this morning is Barrister Abigail saying, I got in here and I know that this place is for me. Now, over to you, ma'am. Tell us in tangible terms. Now you have the floor. What has the Inner Circle done for you? You can take it from anywhere. Your marriage, your parenting, your work, whichever way you want to take it. We are all for you. You are your plantain. Please try us.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you so much. I don't take this for granted. Okay, let me start with my parenting. I used to be that parent that will shout. My mom shouted and shouted, and oh God, I didn't like it, but I found myself doing the same thing. And there was no way I could get myself off it. But when I came in, I liked the calm, the parenting with calm. It rang like, oh, this is what I wanted. Why not go for it? Of course, the one has been set. When you become an adult, things have been set, your ways have been set, so it's difficult to undo, but you have to keep doing it. Inner Circle has helped me to build consistency, right? This was what I've been fighting all my life, procrastination and all of that. But it has helped me to build it in little, little steps. In fact, there was something God taught me one day. I put a bucket in my son's room, and then water was dripping. By the time I came, coach, in a space of dripping, tam, 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 it didn't look like anything. By the time I came back, after a few hours, guess what? That bucket was full. And God used it to teach me the power of consistency. It's not in the volume. It is in the little, little things that you do daily that builds it up, right? That has helped me. My parenting, like I say, I'm not yet, soon I will be there, but it's a process, it's a journey. I'm not where I used to be. And guess what? My children know. They know, they see it. They see the way they come near me. Sometimes children cannot exactly tell you, oh, but they know. They come close. Mom, can you come for pillow talk? Pillow talk is almost like every night now. Mom, are you coming for pillow talk? Mom, they'll come to me. Mom, I'm sorry what I did. They come. This has helped our relationship. That connection too we have. Even with the ones at school. When I joined 2023 into 2024, I sent coach a message and I said, my children are boarders. How do I get this? She said her own children are boarders. What she does is she, when they come back, she does like a table or something of all the tools, and then they do them while they're on holiday. So I do that. I have a timetable, the things we do. My kids are looking forward to coming. When they come home, we do welcome, small get together, dinner and all. Oh, my kids love it. When I did, in fact, my husband, he's like, oh, this woman is, it's amazing. The things and it has helped the relationship in the home. We're moving, we're walking. It has really helped us. My children tells me things they can't tell their dad. And I'll say, why not tell your dad? They say, that is very. I said, look, we're building this family. It's all not just me. It has helped us with that. They can talk freely with me. They can, relate with me. They can tell me things when they are angry. We're still working on all the emotional control things, emotions control and all. It's not where we have a calming corner in my home. And, you go there, we put things on the wall. You go there when you're angry, you go there to calm down. We have that jar set. They finished all the papers inside. The things you read, when you're angry, the emotions jar, things that you take out and read and do, it's amazing. Inner Circle has helped me in my parenting. My husband would call me and say, look, you did a huge sacrifice for us. My husband is also a lawyer. And that 2012 that I stepped down, it was, God, oh Lord, have mercy and help me. God plans your life. He sees your life. At that time, there was this thing, look, the two of you can't go. My husband's very busy, right? The two of you can't go pursuing cases and matters and all of that, and then your home is suffering. The children are suffering. I had to step down, right? I had to say, okay, let me do this for them. But I was present, but I didn't really know how to go about it. But Inner Circle gave me the tools. Inner Circle gave me the things I worked with. Coach is amazing. 20 December last year, I had 10 children in my home. 10. They were 6 plus my own No, there were 5 children plus 2 teenagers and my 2 other children. I counted 2 children because my son and the one that came. 10 children in all. I was the only, my husband would leave me and go. I was the only one. I did holiday plan for them. My home was this one. They know what we, coach, you know, it sometimes I wanted to share. I said the video, one of the children can play keyboard. You need to see our morning devotion. Awesome.
Correct.
We will sing. We would, once we finish, okay, it's time to do this. It's time to, it was seamless. You, oh yeah, of course, children will be children. Of course, and the people that, the ones that came trying to get used to my home. But you know, there was no chaos. As in, when I tell people like we come to church, I said I have 10 children now. They are looking at me like, how did you do it? It is inner circle, the structure, the things to do, the goals, the tools. Oh my goodness. It changed it for me. It's amazing. It's amazing. What of my own personal life? I was able to become aware of who I am.
Yeah.
Who I am because of the EI course that year. What Coach Eitayo said, her session really, even the other ones did, but her own just came up because it had to do with me, right? She said, you need to be aware of yourself. Why do you think the think? Why do you say the things you say? Why do you do this way? I had to write all of those things. And guess what, coach? Those things, I have the answers now. It's amazing. Why do I tear up? Why am I so emotional? I have the answers. And guess what? It's linked to who God has created me to be. I discovered all of this in the inner circle. And coach, let me tell you something. In 2021, after COVID, in fact, we had an accident that almost claimed my family, right? Wow. My husband was in surgery, 5 times surgery, 3 times in the ICU. In fact, we did Nigeria and Sharjah. Sharjah is 30 minutes away from Dubai. This thing changed everything about our lives, right? But God gave us victory. What the enemy planned was to just kill everybody. But my husband was the main person he held, right? He had a hip replacement. His femur, the left leg was, shattered. Wow. But he came out victorious because of God. This was in 2018, December, into 2020. And then COVID hit. In fact, before COVID hit, my birthday, which is 1st of December, I was feeling down. I said, there was this void inside of me. I said, what have I achieved in my life? Is it to buy cake and they sing happy birthday? What is that? And we're talking about clocking 40. And I said, what have I achieved in life? What have I, those questions started coming. I had my landlady then who decided to take me up because she is also a career woman and doing well and all of that. And she decided to mentor me. But even at that, there was still this void. And then I did a growth program, coach, like a 21-day growth program that we had to even write a book and do some things to help. Even with that, I had that void was there. There was this fear. After that, I did another one in 2021, December, January. I did another one for business and all of that. Okay, after that, fear left, but there was still void. But guess what? When I entered the inner circle, when I started discovering about who I am, the things about me, why I do the things I do, why am I like this? That was how I understood my learning style, my love language. When you're saying something, like you get those eureka moments. This is why. Because as a lawyer, even as a lawyer, we read books. Me, I know they read like that. I don't go lie. But inner circle has has helped me, getting that discipline to sit down. Because I didn't understand my reading, my learning style. you know, what my learning style is, I read, but I must write. And I've got volumes to read. How many I want write, right? But that was how I was able to understand when I was say, oh, this is me. Oh, this is just eureka moments. Seeing myself, understanding who I am, understanding my love language, understanding the kind of person I am. Oh my goodness. Guess what? It was like at a point, there was this drawback taking me to that place. That gap is no more there. That hole is not there. So when I talk about inner circle, I am passionate about it. I am passionate. Inner circle has helped me. You know, there's this webinar that you did for us and said your children are not your friend. Yeah, it hits me. Yes. Oh my goodness, it hits me like I'm like, oh, my son and I are very close. We talk and all of that. I said, this boy is not my friend. Though. Go and get your friend. And it's in the inner circle. I got my friend. I had to be intentional because you said something. You said, we go to school, we make friends, but those are friendships or communities that we are like forced into. Jam put you there, and Unilag put you there by force. Fire put you there. But this one now, you go all out. I had to go to the Lagos Yadas. I put it there. I said, if your children are between this to that age, private chat me. Let's talk. That was what I did. And that's what I used to make friends now. I have a very good friend that God has led to me, Omire Onochie. Shout out to you, Mom. Ma'am, she's so amazing. And somehow we clicked. I prayed about it and I told her, she said, see, this thing is also coming to me. And today we're friends. And not only are we friends, our sons are of the same age. She introduced me to BLA. She introduced me to Auntie Tima's Girls Hub. And we flow, we talk. Sometimes when we have given our friends, because we will talk, but it's not nonsense talk. We're talking life. We're talking, we're moving. In fact, fortunately, she's my accountability partner. See, we did accountability, this thing together. And we plan to take it beyond. We pray together. In fact, we have prayer that is still pending that we've not done. And we plan to even get other. I told her, I said, look, sis, let's get people. Let's look for again who are our children's age. Because, like you said, you have to be intentional in getting. Your children may want some particular friend, but you can look for children that are their age, and the parents are in the inner circle. They are hearing what you're hearing. Your children are, you link them with that. And my son, when they started, my son, they were doing big boy. Today now they are pallies, really pallies, coming to my house, going to their house. We go out to places, This is what Inner Circle has done for me. I cannot say, yes, I have a friend that is my age. My last born, because she's the only one at home. She's 7. The other parents I have, they are friends. They are younger parents. I don't know, somehow I've not been able to. It's not even about the age, right? It's about you just fitting in, right? So I've been able to get, and I'm looking, and I know they will come in the inner circle. In fact, the next one that I have, the Holy Spirit has breathed into me is, I even told my friend, I said, I need to put it there. Who is a Yada father between so that we can do some linking with my husband? Because I see that he is willing to. He said, I see what you're doing. You're really, he tells me, he said, look, it's not about the money I'm bringing. You are the one that has paid the real price and sacrifice in this family. I see the things you're doing, and I'm grateful for it. And I'm super grateful to God and to Coach Wendy, because I don't know where I would have been. I thank God daily. I said, wow, thank God for my life. Thank God for this Inner Circle bringing me thus far. It's a journey. Coach, you say, don't say you have reached there so that you don't stop growing. You have to keep going. It's amazing. It's amazing. Even to my church, the things that I run a Bible club online, right? I reach children in other countries. I bring the things. I'm not just, even I'm the HOD in my church, children's church. I bring the things that were being taught. I use it. When there is a program, last time for sex education child, like I told my pastor, I said, sir, this is what we need. He said, do you know them? I said, I know these people. I hit my chest. I know them. And I started giving, he said, put it on the church group. And we put it there. So I'm taking these things, is helping my family, is helping me in my growth, it's helping me in my ministry. It's helping me. Inner Circle has, oh my goodness. I don't know who I was saying. I can't remember. Coach, I owe you, ma. Really, I've not see how we are talking as if we've met physically. But I know one day we will. That Abuja, one day I will come. I will come and sow seed. I'm serious.
Awesome.
Hey, I can go on and on. Really, I can go on and on.
Awesome already. We have in the building Barrister Abigail Okorie Carlo. And Barrister Abigail is streaming live from Lagos, Nigeria. She said she's married to an Abriba man. I've been to Abriba. We have one of the best houses, in the
Yes,
village.
little London of Africa.
Yes,
That's what
a
they
very
call
nice place. All right. And when I heard her name, the first thing I thought was, this is an Abriba name now. So growing up, I grew up with some people from Ohofia. So we actually
it.
really
Okay.
visited that area a lot. And then my husband,
Okay.
my brother's best friend, who was from Abriba at the time. So we would
Wow.
go, and so it's something that I can speak Ohofia fluently, by the way. So if you're from
Whoa.
Ohofia, right? So let's go there. And so, one of the things that I heard Barrister say this morning is a level of intentionality. I saw where Omire was writing that, they even signed the contract. I said, it's only others that do things with plenty sense. Already you're just doing friendship anyhow. What is the problem? We don't do, there's no anyhowness here. Let's just be doing it because we need to do it. Let's just be going, let's just go with the flow. Flow to where? No. We're talking about your destiny.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
is your destiny we're talking about. Why do you want to have, recently something happened, right? My friends and we made a very strong decision, right? And I said to them, at this my age, I won't do things that I do not know where they're going to. And you get to a certain level of your life and you actually make some choices. This morning, I was speaking to, my team at a Monday morning meeting. All right. While you were sleeping, we've had Monday morning meeting for 7 a.m. And as we speak, we've been in the office since 7 a.m. Oh, yes. So we're not just arriving the office. All right. And this morning, I was saying to them that the truth of the matter is, if you do not take your life seriously, nothing will change.
True.
We take things like relationships to be not a big deal. I meet somebody, and that's why your relationship are casual. That's also why the result is casual. The result of your relationship becomes casual because it is just anywhere belief first. Shebi is my friend. That's why you come out and said they betrayed me. They told me something. I don't know where they used to betray people. We don't have that. I've never been betrayed. I say it all the time, right? Where are you going to that they are betraying you? Is a level of lack of awareness.
Yes.
Because if you are aware, then there are things you don't get into. There are places you don't get. You will be able to actually decipher. People have told me about hearing God. And they say, oh, coach, how do we hear God? The first place to be able to hear God is to be able to know yourself.
Yes.
Self-awareness is a pointer. If you don't know who you are, you can't hear God. How do you want to do it? Because you need to even understand, how does this God want to relate with me? That's the first thing. Because the way God relates with person A is not the way he relates with person B. So it's your level of self-awareness that puts you in that space where you really understand relationships. See, if you understand relationship with God, you will have a better relationship with people. You will now begin to understand that relationship is not just something you walk away, you do anything, you do anyhow, you just wake up and you just say, I just met the person, right? So it's important that we begin to look at the different aspects of our lives. That's one thing that TIP does for you. It puts
Yes.
everything
List.
holistically. It leaves
Mhm.
no place, off. I've never met Abigail before, like she said. But if I meet Abigail today, I'm sure I can gist for the whole day. There is
True.
a culture, there
Mhm.
is a livelihood. I saw somewhere somebody was saying, if you think TIP is hype, you become the highest hype man. And I can assure you, listen, carry on for head pass.
True.
And you can get upset and you say, what is it? What is all that? And all of that. But you see yourself, you become, it's not, your transformation is you now. So when you talk about
Mhm.
your transformation, you don't have a choice but to talk about that thing,
Yes.
because your transformation will not be that. So how do you want to say I got transformed without that thing? And I
Yes.
remember meeting Mire, by the way. The first time I had met her, she was not a yada. She was just an incoming yada, and she heard I was coming to Lagos. And then she joined other yadas and said, I'm going to appear. And then that was the first time that I met her in Lagos, Nigeria. All right. And I still remember that day because she was the only one who was new, who was what you could see, somebody who wanted to work towards a life
Yes.
and a lifestyle. All
True.
right. And this time I have found what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for what is not lost. And I'm here.
Mm-mm.
You're listening to Barrister Abigail Okorie. And it's been awesome. And when we tell you that our children are not going to speak spouses on the street, we mean it.
Mba. Mba.
Word. And if you are angry about it, we are sorry.
Sorry.
And be angry. And be angry. Somebody got angry one time when I said my children will not marry on the street, they will not pick anybody. They will. So then what do you mean? What if they fall in love? I say we don't fall in love here. What are you talking
Uh-uh.
about? We actually walk in vision. What love? What
Yes.
are you saying? You don't know the covenant? In the covenant, we don't do things that
There's
it
no
so no,
anyhowness.
no anyhowness. And that there's no he pleased thou me inside here. I don't place you in that way. There is a way things are done, and that's how we're going to do it. I remember we're having a conversation. Let me share something really funny. The twins, right? The twins are 15 going to 16. And I was having a conversation with them, about marriage. And, their father was seated, me, I was, and we're talking about marriage. We're talking about, so you now said, so I'm looking around. Let me look around to see the particular person I'm supposed to be marrying around now. I had a good laugh. Ife now said, you better look around because they said there's nobody. All these things, they are going everywhere. You are just look around. I was like, what are you talking about? But the consciousness, right? The consciousness of understanding that it is about the vision
Mm-hmm.
and not about what it is that you want to see that. And we are completely unapologetic about it. We
Mm.
are the remnant, and we are
Yes.
standing on,
True.
and we care lesser. We don't know, we don't care, we don't want to know. We're standing on this mountain and we are moving, moving. Somebody said to me, Coach, my daughter is 20. I want to create a other children's circle. Please tell me what to do now. I had a good laugh. But that's where we are going. Because nobody is going to come with a please tell me. It's not going to place
Mm-mm.
you here. All right?
Mm-mm.
You are going to watch a vision. You are listening to Barrister Abigail Okorie, and she's streaming all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. All right? So I saw somebody talking about TIP Summit Lagos. Oh, please. TIP Summit Lagos will probably be next year. We're done with TIP Summit at the end of, I think, November. We have TIP Summit in Okorie this Saturday. And then we have TIP Summit United Kingdom coming up in October 25th, right? And then that will be the end of TIP Summit for this year. But next year, we go again. Next year, we go again, and we are not relenting. I can't wait to actually have all of that. Lagos is big and proud, and we are very happy with them with their proudness. Lagos here, that the proudness of the proud. and we love it. Thank you again. Thank you again for being here. It's been an
Thank
amazing, amazing time. So tell us, Barrister, what will be your top three webinars? And can you slate in tangible terms what these webinars have done for you? So this webinar, when I watched it, this is what I did, and this is what it did for me. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. The webinars, the EI course, like I mentioned, helped me understand myself, self-awareness. It was key for me. And then it also helped me understand my children, their emotions and all of that, right? So that's for that. Then the learning style helped me understanding your child. It was me first, understanding my own learning style before my children's learning style. So it has helped me to know how I learn, know how my children learn. That was how I was able to know that my son is kinesthetic. My son, when you're talking to him, he's walking up and down. And I'm like, sit down. Even when he sits, he's touching something. I said, come on now. But I've been able to understand, how that's who he is. Same with my daughter and same with the last one. So that has helped me to know. And with this knowledge, it has helped me to know how to relate with them. Because you're telling a child something in a language that he or she does not learn with, you will not get any result. So you have to come down to that learning style of that child, which is what I'm doing. Even to my husband, I was able to understand my husband's learning style. My husband is auditory. He can hear for Africa. Anything that you think that he's not hearing you, he can hear. So I am able to understand my husband's learning style, know how he learns. Sometimes if I want him to, let's listen to this webinar together. I read this book. He will say, read. I can hear you. But that helped me to understand instead of getting angry or bringing friction and all of those things. It helped me to, okay, that's him. Let's just go his way. That has helped me to understand how each member of my family learn, and it has helped me to remove headache. Sometimes problems come from little things that don't matter. But when you know, because knowledge, I tell my children, knowledge is life, right? When you have knowledge, you have life. When you have knowledge, you know where you're going to, you know what you're doing. It's power. Apart from being power, knowledge is life. When you have if you know what you're doing, you're able to know, okay, this is why this person acted like this, or is not hearing what I'm even saying. So I'm able to come down to their level with their learning style. And that has helped. All right. Now, the third is love language. Oh, my goodness. In fact, there are plenty, really. I've got honesty as a skill. I've got the creating the roadmap, helping your child with travel skills. All of those things has helped me. But the love language, let me deal with that. It has helped me know how each and every one of my children needs to be loved, including my husband. That has helped. I'm able to know, okay, this one loves affection or spending time, quality time. This one love gifts. This one love acts of service. Even the children that came to my house, I was able to decipher the one will like work, the one will become me. Mine is acts of service. I was able to understand them. I was able to know, okay, this one is this one is that. So that has helped me even to know people as well. So not just from, so I'm working from a place of knowledge. I know when you give me this vibe, I know where you are coming from or what it is that you have or what, how you want to be loved. So all of those things has helped me, and it has helped our family to grow, to be together, to connect together, the things we didn't have before. It has helped us in the growth. We're growing. We're not yet there, but we're growing and we're more intentional. So when we talk, we even refer to some of those things, and they help us in the journey. Now, Coach, let me talk about travel skills, right? That helped me. I'm this kind of person. Yes, you get, you call it intuition. Yes, your child is meant to be doing this, but because there is no structure or skill or whatever, you don't know how to go about it. This year, when my children had not gone back to school, then January, we were going to church every day for fasting, closing prayers, those January fasts. And we were taking, there was no car available. Like all our cars just had issues. My husband was using his own to go to work. We were taking keke, bike, and korope. That has opened their, it has helped expose them. I tell them, I said, look, you and your friends are not on the same pedestal, because this Lagos, if you don't apply, they will carry you. So you have to start learning these things. If I know that they were brothers, they will be going home or going to school by themselves. I told them, I even told Baba, if not that they will go to school, we will teach them. During this last holiday, my daughter did internship, hair salon. And I told her, I will just take you a few days, teach you. So open your eyes as I'm teaching you. The others, you go by yourself. She nearly freaked out. Even the people I told nearly freaked out. I said, calm down. How will she learn? How will she learn? If anything happens to me, how will she survive? So I need to teach her. They're like, yes, you're making sense. If I wasn't in inner circle, I wouldn't know those things or even be more intentional about them. I put them in keke one day to go to my pastor's house. And my pastor's wife was like, she probably may be listening to me because I sent this to her. She said, how? I said, what is how? From here to here, they can't go with keke. Did they burn them with car? They've got to move, man. They've got to, you've got to teach them and show them. She was like, wow. I said, how old are these children? How old was I when I left home? How old was I when I was doing all of these things? So this is the time to teach them. Small like this, teach them. Let them. And guess what? Children will be excited. They want to learn. So this learning stuff and the all of those courses has helped me. It's a structure, like one goes after the other. It just helps you to live your life smoothly. The structures, the tools, the things, the webinars in the inner circle helps you to live your life smoothly. That's what I can say. It has helped me and is helping me. I'm not yet there, but I'm not where I used to be. It's been amazing. It's been amazing, ma. Thank you.
Amazing. I see somebody in the comment section saying, how do you read now, ma? Because I'm like you, the people that can't read. All right. And if I enjoy this, I can't wait to see you in the United Kingdom, ma. I can't wait to see you, UK Yadas. UK Yadas are rivaling Lagos Yadas back to back. Oh. You guys don't anything. Lagos, don't be too proud, though. UK Yadas can go out of the corner. All these people's pride. Your pride is too, you are too proud, please. Thank you so much for joining us, but I love it. You guys know that your coach is big and proud. So I love it. All the pride, please, put it on. We love it like
Lion not a born goat, coach. Lion not a born goat.
Lion not a born goat. Lion gives birth to lion, and that's how we roll. Thank you so much, Marisa Abigail. It has been an awesome time. One of the things that hits a lot of the parents, especially when you are at a level of comfort, travel skill hits you differently. That's especially when you are a parent who has been at a certain level of comfort, where you can afford some certain things.
True.
I started to actually work on my journey early because I know somebody said, all these things you share, it's people that have money that can price. No. I said to the person, the more money you have, the more at risk you become.
Yeah.
Because the tendency to overlook a lot of things is very high.
Yes, true.
And I say, if you are listening to me, the wealthier you become, the more intentional you must become. I had a story from one of the yadas, big, long time yada. And she said to me, coach, I didn't understand what you were saying until we moved into a home that was a 7-bedroom mansion. We had lived into 3-bedroom all this while, and there were certain structures that were, in place and all of that. And she said, we moved into this 7-bedroom mansion. It meant that there were places I couldn't sleep at time. And she said, that's how my 14-year-old started to put, open ear, put extra earrings, snap herself, post on Instagram, open an Instagram account. She said she was scared. She was like, this can happen to you with wealth. And I said to her, when I say that the more you grow, the more you should be careful.
More intentional. True.
Your intentionality is very, very important. All right. So most times we actually think that this. So Ayana reached out to me one time and said, "Oh, my car spoiled, coach. I'm so sad. I don't know. I've not been able to repair it. I just feel." I say inside this same yard. I say, "What is? It's an opportunity for your children to learn how to use this keke that they cannot enter." He said, "Hey, coach, I didn't think of it though." I said, "What are you talking about? It's clear opportunity." Every
True.
opportunity I have for my children to be on the street. My son was in camp in Port Harcourt for the second time. And the children were saying, how their parents will not allow them to go anywhere. She said, I can't relate. My son said, my mom, I cannot relate. My parents don't say you like you will be out there on your own. You're like, I know. Their parents, they did something like jump, they will take them there. My son said that will not be my parents. Stay inside jump. Even my children know that will never be me. You see that thing that you go and you now form congregation of people who are praying in jam hall. It can never be me. It will never be me. It will never be me. I'm telling you publicly so that you can hear it. And my children know that it can never be me. Like, I don't understand. I will stay from morning to night waiting for you to write jam. Is there
Why? Why?
I beg you. He said, Mommy, some of the things that they were saying, I couldn't relate. I can't relate. Because it takes a lot of intentionality at certain levels to raise a child. If not, you will raise an entitled person.
True.
An entitled trust me, they go hand in hand. And before you know it overwhelms you. And because you are able to afford a lot of things, believe you me, you will take a lot for granted.
Yes, true.
So the wealthier you are the one that even need this the most. Let me announce to you the more. And if you are already in the other side, you don't have a lot of money, you are struggling, you also need this. You know why? Because there's an intentional level. I say that there's a mentality to get children to a certain level you need.
True.
That platform, you need to be able to build it. So for the wealthy person, mindset is not their problem. Their problem is to be able to build all of that intentionality. For the person who isn't, the mindset is the real problem. So that's why you see that, yes, you come out, you say you were trained by poor parents, everything, you still come out and you still made a lot of money. But when you look at the underlying factors, there's a problem. There's a huge mindset wahala in between. Let me go there. It's sounding like a webinar. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to Barrister Abigail Okorie, and she is sharing. And I hear that the team made a mistake and did not add Okorie. If they remove this, you play on your own. You guys played with Barrister Dave. You're your own. I'm not here. All righty. You are listening at My Intentional Parenting Journey. Please share with us what would be the most striking quotes that you heard in the inner circle.
Okay. Thank you, Coach. The most striking for me is that parenting is about you. You can see that every of those things that we are learning, right? It's you first. It's you as a parent first. I don't know, maybe it's God doing it, I don't know, but I believe it's God, because we know that Inner Circle and Coach Wendy is from God for this time, for this generation. So when your learning is for you first before any other thing, because when you get it right, every other, your children, your life, everything will follow, right? So it's about you. It's about you. You see how I was learning. It will sink, it will go to me first before, okay, my child, but this is me first. So Inner Circle, parenting is about you. It's not about your children. You may enter and say, it's because my child is this, my child is that. But when you go in, you see that it's about you. It's you learning the things you didn't know, unlearning, relearning, and getting it right. It's about you. That's my quotes that sticks out for me. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. That's the most sticking, striking quote for Abigail. And Abigail is talking about her journey in the yard. Talk to us, ma. What will be what will be your top three books in the yard? And somebody asked the question, how did you start reading after you are not a reader? I think I also.
Okay. Okay. Let me answer that so I don't forget. How did I start reading? You know,
Hmm.
I started by saying you do things in trickles. I had to sit down and tell myself, look, it's time for Sherewere is over. This is time for business. Yes, I'm not getting any younger, right?
Hmm.
It's time to make good of what God has put in my life and begin to do the needful. So I got
Hmm.
a structure. I don't understand that I can actually thrive with structure. It's not on my table right now. I have a chart of the things I do daily, coach. The things
Hmm.
I'm doing. I'm learning 4 languages as I am. I've got books, inner circle
Ooh.
books on parenting, books on business. Book. You can't be in the inner circle and remain the same now. You can't be in the
Mm-mm.
so I do them, and then your old self want to fight and say, oh, you say no. Even if it's one, the new you will say, even if it's one line, read it. Even if it's one page, read it. And guess what? It has helped me because I've got everything I'm doing, my language lessons, the books I'm reading, my workout, everything. I just put them on a chart, and I'm visual. So I drew line. I've gone online. I've not seen what will give me that. So I did it manually. And I even shared with Omiri, my friend, and my sister. And I said, look, I put it all there and I tick. As I'm ticking, that's my motivation. I need that chart ticked. So when I see I ticked the things I need to, that's my motivation because I want that chart. I don't want to see bad or that. So that easy, no. But those little things, even if it's a line you're able to read it. Let
Mm.
it be that you tick for the day. Tomorrow you
Mm.
read the next 2 lines. Next tomorrow it will be 1 page. Like that. Consistency. You need to sit yourself down. Just like Coach taught us during the webinar last Thursday. Just do it. Start from somewhere. And she will always tell us, start from where you are. Don't look at people reading 30 books in 1 month. Don't look at them. Just face your front. Face your front. Mind your business. Focus on your focus. That has helped me. And it's amazing. I didn't even know. You know, as a lawyer, there's a law my husband gave to me to read. He said, get acquainted with this law. Guess what? I'm also
Mm.
practicing. I don't go to court,
Mm.
but I'm a solicitor, right? I work from home. And then he said, get yourself acquainted with this law. I was reading. The law, they read me back. I go there, they look lapped. But guess what? With this literally, even if it's one line, and now I'm moving. And now it's helping me with even other books. It's simpler, you know? So it's little consistency is the word, even if it's a
Mm.
line, even if it's
Mm.
2 lines, at your own, at your own pace, follow it.
Yes.
After a while, it's a muscle. It's like a building a muscle. After a
Yeah.
while, you'll be able to accommodate more. So is that consistency. And don't say, oh, I couldn't read. Even if it's 12, coach, even if it's 12 midnight, I'm reading. Even go to journaling. That one is another one that has helped me bring out the things, even things I can't tell people. I write today. My husband will see me writing. My children are also journaling. It's not easy for them, but they are journaling. My son even wrote, pardon me, maybe it's a sin. I saw his journal. I left here. I don't know why I left here. He was writing. So I don't know how I'll be writing, talking to a paper. Maybe somebody will see this. I love that. He said he doesn't want to do it, but he's doing it. And he did it consistently for a while. And I'm amazed. So it's consistency that gives you that. Just in little, nuggets like that, little times, buckets of what it goes. Remember my analogy when I started, that little drop goes a long way.
Mm.
Sorry, Ma, What was your other question?
I asked about the books, and you're answering very perfectly. I talked about the digital books that is your
Okay.
most groundbreaking books for the
Yes.
inner circle. But
Yes.
I also asked that you share with us what is it that the books that you have read so far. How did you start becoming a reader? Because somebody wanted to actually know that. How did you now become a reader? Which is what you've answered, and I think that
Yes.
question is so awesome. But before
Mm.
Barrister started, she shared something about a bucket of water that was in her son's room. And before she knew it, it was a full bucket. I think that analogy gives, beautiful context to what it is, about books. And, and she said before she sleeps, she must read something. I often say, if you can eat, you can read. All this I can't read. I don't have time. I said, it is a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie that devil wants to put you in a place
Yeah.
with. You can't read. It's not possible. Don't mind them. All these people, it is a lie. You're not busier than I am. Come, let's check our shadows. If you can read, it, you can read. It's a choice. Thank you so much. So, Abigail, we're asking for 3 top books. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Coach. The Connect to Correct. Oh my goodness. When I opened that book, I had to send Coach a message. Hi. Oh my God. God punish ignorance. God punish darkness. God punish. Connect to God. Being my kind of my kind of person. I like my home prim and proper and all of that. And in that book, God said, allow them to play. It was as if they removed, blanket or darkness from me. I was wow. So allow them to play. Give it to my children will scatter for Africa. And then they will not arrange. So I then saw that that's the gap. Is now to teach them to pack up when they are done. And like I said, I didn't start early. If I had started early and, this starting and stopping, that book helped me. So I allowed them now. There's this thing that will nerve me. I said, close the door, knock yourself out. I close the door and I leave. That book helps me. Say, allow children to play, connect with them, connection. It really opened a lot for me, that book. And then the how to discipline your child. Sorry, how to love your child more. The love your child, that gave me the love your, love language and all of that.
Yes.
That too,
More.
childhood, yes, that too. It really it helped me. Then the discipline that works, putting those things in place. It's all about connection. It's all about discipline. Is not an emergency. You don't just, in fact, yesterday, because that thing has also entered me. Somebody, a church sister said, you are parenting like Oyibo people. If it's me that is this, your daughter doing this, I kept quiet. in coach's voice, I smiled. I said, don't worry, we'll deal with it. Though it's not for public. We will deal with it as deemed fit. And she was saying that, oh, if it's her, she would have given Glasgow. I said, you have trauma. That's why. Why are you harassing the child? Why you don't know why she's angry and why she's acting that way? Why are you harassing the child? Is it, if she can beat you, can you beat her back? So why? If she can beat you, not even beat her, say you are smacking her. So what is to understand the child? So these books helped me, right, to understand. They think that my children, like my daughter, she's very strong-willed, right? And she wants to have her way. But it's understanding her. It is these books that helped me and is helping me to understand her person. And guess what, Coach? She's a very she knows her onions. You can't push her around. She knows her onions. And I don't want to kill that thing because there's something God has put in her. If I didn't know, I would shun her, I would beat her and, clamp her down. But who would that help? Is to help, be who God has called me to be in her life, to help her grow with those things, with those, that's what the tool in those books has taught me. So those are the three books that stand out for me because it helps me understand who my children are and I'm able to come to their level and then we grow together. So that's those three books has helped me.
Awesome, awesome. So these are the three books: How to Love Your Child, Connect to Correct. Then discipline is not an emergency. So recently we're having a team meeting, and I asked one of my team members, how did you deal with your issue of procrastination, your issue of being at the back? He just said, I read this book.
Wow.
It's not a parent, just a young man. And he said, I read
Wow.
this book. When I read Discipline is Not an Emergency, it changed everything about the way that I do things. And I started to implement, and that was it. So it's discipline. Discipline is discipline. The problem is that our misinterpretation of what discipline should be is actually the real issue about discipline. You're listening to Abigail Okorie. Abigail, there are people who are
Yes,
listening
ma'am.
to you and they are wondering all these things, you know, all these things that they are saying, all these things. So I will now buy books. So I was listening to, let me talk a bit about books. I was listening to, discipline
Wow.
All righty.
Okay.
So sorry about that. I'm back. All right. I just had a little, I don't know what happened. Break in transmission. So somebody, I was speaking to my pastor this morning and he said, how do you complain about reading? Something that is supposed to transform your life. And you are complaining. It has struck me. As in, the devil really wants to keep you out of light. Have you noticed that in church, the moment people are dancing, that's when everything you are that nobody is doing any, nobody is sleeping, nobody is, and all of that. When you are singing
Okay.
him, people are alive and awake. The moment the word starts, that's the highest level of distractive session I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You see people pressing their phone, you see people sleeping, you see
Sleeping.
people,
Walking up and
because
down.
yes, pressing up and down, because the word is the light. The devil will fight you not to
Yes.
be able to gain access to that word. So today we're having the flash sale, right? The 6-in-1 flash sale. It's actually only today. If you miss it, you snooze, you miss. How do they say it? Right? And
Snooze,
that's what
snooze.
it is. You snooze, you lose. Right? And one of the things that I've learned over the years is how this is one of the most important part of your life. Reading.
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, it's not just about reading for it. You read these books, right? And they spark something in you. The
Yes.
more you read, whereas equates to the wicked, truly equates to the wicked. The more you read, according to Koche Buka, the more you read, the more your eyes are open to who you are. The
Yeah.
devil doesn't want it to. So it's
Mm-hmm.
going to discourage you. Tell you all these books. Hey, are we going to now? Hey, how many books are we reading? Hey. Today is the day. 80% of, can we have a flyer that has the details? 80% of 6 books, parenting lessons in the Bible, parenting reset, raising lifelong learner, raising the social genius. That social genius, yeah, that's we get it. That book, yeah, that's we, as in they will, when you read it as a yada, something else will happen, shall happen to you, and I know. And we also have, the Become Parenting Network and Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. All right. That wholesale is today. After today, we are not, please don't come to us tomorrow and say, ahead of the flash sale yesterday, I want to now still buy 39,500. It's error. It's not going to happen. So please, it is today 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. The team is magnanimous enough to do 2 o'clock. The highest thing that can happen is that you have an extension of 1 hour if there is anything today. But at the end of it, you pay the full fee. Like I always say, if you go and do the math and go and meet a printer, they will ask you how the person is doing it. I'm sure you too, you're surprised that you're getting 6 books. Each of the books are as big as this book. They are not small books, right? They're like about a 200-page book. That's a lot. If you print a 100-page book, earlier this year, we tried to print a book that, was in small quantity in the inner circle because inner circle parents wanted us to print. They are here. We all paid 8K to be able to print it to get it out. Inner circle parents are here now. We bought it. We all paid 8K. I wasn't going to print it, right? That's how much printing is. And I'm not ready to compromise, bring my own money to print book for you. No. Please, you will pay the full fee after today. This is our way of giving back at this price. And because we are going to have a lot of quantity out there, and yes, we already have 1,000 copies pre-ordered. So we already have 6,000 copies on ground pre-ordered. And that's, from inner circle parents who were able to actually pre-order on a separate day. Don't ask me why inner circle parents pre-ordered on a separate day. Please, inner circle parents have first-class access to everything. If you are angry for nothing. They are not going to join the crowd. No, inner circle parents have already pre-ordered the books with him. So today is for every other person. Please don't be angry. We are like that. So you'll be able to now. Inner circle parents are a legion. So we need to cater for them first. We're talking about thousands of parents. We actually need to cater for them. So please forgive us. And then we can now go, out there and then be able to. So that we also attend to you very well. So we're not mixing up the days. So the days are different. Today is the very last day you'll be able to get this 6-in-1 flash sale book. Please take advantage today at 12 o'clock. Set your reminder. It's going into our GT account. The accounts are going to be published everywhere. Set your reminder, make your payment, and that will be it. And if that is, if that is all it is that you can do, please do it. Somebody asked me, is it part of the books you're supposed to read? Yes. The first book you're reading in the curriculum for next year is Parenting Reset. That's the very first book you're reading. And because we need a reset, everybody needs a reset. All of us, we're going to be resetting ourselves together. So if you're going to be needing the 6-in-1 for incoming yarders, yes, you are going to be reading the 6-in-1. Thank you again for being here, Barrister Abigail Okorie Abigail. And Barrister Abigail, a lot of people are listening, and then they're wondering, hey, how will I pay? Yeah, how will I buy? Yeah, where do I start from? This money, they want to collect our money. No, that's the way they say it. They want to, somebody said, will I buy? I said, no, you will buy the books and dash me, please. Dash me the books, you will not read it. So somebody said, moment to Auntie B said, we are privileged. Thank you so much, beloved coach. Coach, we are very grateful. All right, so over to you, ma'am. There are people who are thinking and they are wondering, is this worth it? Is this worth it? Should I? Should I go ahead and start for this thing? Over to you.
Oh my God, you have no idea. Coach, I attended a conference recently. And guess what? A lot of the things they were saying, these are top. Even Dr. David Ogushola was there. Pastor Nee, what's his name now? Pastor Nee, he was there. He's also into leadership and career. These are big, top coaches, top people. The things they were saying are the things that coach teaches us in inner circle. And I'm like, come on now, we are blessed. We are blessed. As in, they were just like, for me, it wasn't new. These are things that I'm learning now. It's just marrying each other. I'm not just hearing this. This is what coach is giving to us daily in webinars, in connection tools, in books. Come on. It's more than worth it. Yes, I know sometimes you may say, and that was what she was hammering us on Thursday. You may say, the book, the body, this, that. But look, it's a mindset. It's in the mind. If you deal with it, and face your front, face your business. Don't look at what am I here to achieve? What do I want in my life? What do I want in my family? That's what you should go for. Don't look at the Joneses. You know that webinar, the understanding your family dynamics. Look at your family. Don't say, "Ah, they are running, oh, they are flying plane. How do we? They are now, they have feather. They are going." We are using like, no, don't look at anybody. What am I here to achieve? Face it. Focus on your focus. Face your business. Mind your own front. That's what you need. You will gain a whole lot. It's a mindset. You take it off and say, I want to learn. I want this. I want this for my family. Not only will it give you that, it's going to give you a whole lot more. Inner circle will give you a whole lot more. No matter how you say it, my husband is a lawyer, and this is lawyer that knows his onions. We're talking about a senior lawyer here. So even with all his argument, he's still she's talking, she's saying the right thing, but she talks a lot. That's he talks a lot. But he's seeing the result in his family. You can't argue with results. Come on now. You cannot. And I'm seeing it, yet I've not even scratched. You'll get a whole lot more. A whole lot more. There's a way you say it, coach. You say inner circle will find you, will squeeze you, or whatever. That's it. Inner circle will find you. It will find you. It's a mindset. Deal with your mind, and every other thing will give you. It's not a hype. It's not, oh, people are coming. If you will be truthful to yourself, you enter, you follow the things, you will see the results. In fact, it's you that will come back. Your inner self will come and tell you, it's true. And by extension, even to your marriage. Thank you, Coach Kunle. I've not met you people, but I mean, you are affecting my home. I bought some of your books. I watch I know one day we'll go enter that conclave. We're not there yet, but we go enter. You know, I'm speaking. I mean,
okay. Is it me or is it our guest? Okay.
Wow.
Sorry, you were off a bit. Go ahead. You just went off a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
thank
please.
You. So, thank you, Coach Kunle. Thank you, Coach Etima. Thank you, Coach Ebuka. As in, these are places that when you enter the inner circle, you are learning, your children are not learning how. You have to put them so that they also hear. Because there will be a time that, especially if you have teenagers, there will be a time that we are taught that you will be at the fourth floor. It's not, you are not so much of influence to them anymore. So you need other voices. I know the things that Coach Ebuka has, through Coach Ebuka has, helped my son. My son is this old, wants to lay back, but now he's picking up. Now he's seeing it, he's meeting with other boys, and he's learning, even though he's a border. So these are the things that you get from inner circle. Don't see, inner circle is for this generation. Let me tell you. I don't know if anybody has said it. Am I still online, please? Am I still online?
Yes,
Am I still okay? Thank you. All right. You see, there's a prophecy over Nigeria. There's a prophecy over Nigeria by Pa Elton, that there will be a time Nigeria will stink, and we're in that time. But he said another time will come that a foreigner will hold the skirt of a Nigeria and say, take me to your nation and teach me righteousness. Are you not seeing? The fact that God has given Coach Wendy, it's not about Coach Wendy, it's bigger than her. It's bigger than her. It's for Africa and beyond. The fact that God has given her this mandate and the other people, it's not for us to argue. God has given them this mandate that they are running with to change us. If our families, every family is changed in Nigeria, what are we talking about? Nigeria never changed. Come on now. That is what this thing is about. We have to look beyond the yellow wife of Coach Kule. It's not about her. It's not about her. It's about the prophecy hanging over this nation to heal families. See the testimonies that are coming out. Where can you get such testimonies? Look at the revelation she gives us every day. You will know this is from the throne room. It's as if you did, and you're like, How did coach know? These are the things he tells you that it's beyond what we know. And God is interested in your family. He's interested in your marriage. He's interested in your life. And God has given us this. This is not time to argue. What will I? What will I not? No. This is the time to wake up. This is the time to begin to do the needful. This is the time to begin to do the needful. And we should be glad that we have this. Our parents didn't. Our parents didn't. So please wake up. You get a whole lot from it. Nobody is coming to hype you here. Nobody is coming to. It's what we have experienced. We have touched it. The apostle said, what we have handled, what we have touched. That's what we're talking about here. So when we talk about it, you are, there's this thing inside of you because it's something that you've been looking for and now you have seen it. So it has nothing to do with the human. She's just a willing vessel that God has called to use in this generation. And look at how many people, even you see the way she is. She's with all the things in her head and the things she's still. There's no air around her. She's still, that is to tell you, people that know it, people that God has called, they don't attach it to themselves. It's people that are not called, they are the ones that will take the pride. See how she's telling us every day. It's not about her. Sometimes God takes over her mouth and begins to speak. These are the things you will get from Inner Circle. I've never seen Coach face to face. This is the first time I'm talking with her one-on-one. I've never. So there's no, they created it, they did. No, it's what I've experienced. If my husband was here, I probably would have dragged him and say, come and hear. You are not a yada, but come and hear the things that, come and talk. I mean, the things that you have experienced from your wife. And one day I know he went up. He went up. Amen, somebody.
Amen, somebody. And this is how, you see, when she said lie or no, the born good, I just got stung. Who else felt the change in atmosphere? That's what happens in the yard. There's a time that speaking changes to the prophetic. You cannot explain it. You don't have answers to some things. It's only a fool that doubt proves, according to my father in the Lord, Bishop David Oyedepo. It's only a fool that doubt proves. You see proof, you sit back and you say to yourself, it's not true. Are you sure they're not manipulating anything? Are you sure? And like Abigail said, I'm speaking to her for the first time. I don't know about her result. I don't know about her journey. There are many others who cannot speak. Some of them, maybe because of timing of this thing. Some of them, maybe because of the positions where they occupy. I know others who occupy very sensitive positions in the country. I'm not talking about anyhow people. In the country that cannot come out here. But I tell you for free, these people have resounding results. In fact, their result is even much, much more than you can think of. And I'm talking about who is who in the country. So think about anybody that is who. So sit down and think. So when you sit down and just say to yourself, the people that are here must be jobless. Are you joking? Like, is that really a thing? Because I think the busiest people I have met are others. They are the busiest people I've met. And I'm talking about busy people. So we're not jokers. We are aligning to the prophetic. That's what it is. We are aligning to the prophetic. And like Barrister said this morning, it is a time. It is for such a time as this. If you miss it, that's it. And that's the truth of the matter. And recently when somebody was asking me, so coach, just a WhatsApp group, where, women and all of that. I say it's not a WhatsApp group. The doctor that operated on my dad at Cedar Crest last year is the Yada. I walked into that room, finished the webinar. I said, coach, I don't understand. What are you doing here? I said, my dad is in surgery. He said, I'm the one operating on your dad with Dr. Ekwe. I was like, sir, I'm a Yada now. I'm inside here. We're all inside. He said, coach, I just finished with webinar and I jumped into theater. That's the level of business we have. What are you saying? Look for anybody. Is it people who sell crayfish in the market? We have. I've entered the taco market and the fish seller, a man, said to me, coach, I want to give you fish for free. I said, please, I'll stop coming to the market. He said, I'm a yada now. I'm a yada father with my
Hi.
wife. He
Hi.
sells fish in Taco Market. So it's
Wow.
not about where you are. See,
Mhm.
parenting is an equalizer.
Yes.
It equalizes all of us. Whether you are
Really.
high, you are mighty,
Oh,
you are below, you are above. It doesn't
not
matter
even
where
anything.
you are. All of us
Mhm.
are chasing the same thing.
Yes.
The good of our children. Every single one of us. So wherever you are, whoever you are, we are all busy with purpose. Every single one of us. We did an
Mhm.
analysis recently. The busiest of professions are the people in highest number in the inner circle. Medical doctors, health professionals, the busiest of the professions. People that are held, businessmen who are out there chasing things. And I'm talking about people who have up to like 100 international trips to make in a year. We're all busy.
Mm.
So come all the way down, please. We're not, just come all the way down. Just carry your humility and mother and get into the yard. And when you are come, where you get there, remove all your feathers. If not, we burn it off for you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Abigail, what will be your last word to your audience as we conclude this morning?
Thank you, Coach. There's no time to waste time. That's what I'll say.
Mm,
There's no
mm,
time to waste time. Get in and no arguments anymore. Just get in, put on your humility and brother, come and receive what God has for you. There's no time to waste time because you will be amazed. And then
mm,
also change the mindset. The mind is the battlefield. Change the
mm,
mindset. Your own is, I want to get something from this. Whether this person is doing, whether that one is doing, whether they kick you, whether they face your front, face what you came for, and you will get it out. No, that's what I can tell you. Don't bother with what anyone is saying. Oh, they came to collect money. How many? Do you know how much people are paying for conferences? Max 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, maybe 1 week, and this we're
mm,
getting for a whole year. And
mm,
then the books, like Coach said, you're buying it for yourself. You get bigger, you get better. Readers are leaders. When you read, it opens your eyes. When you read, light comes. You get better. You start becoming who God has called you to be. You'll be amazed
mm,
at the you that you discover. You'll be
mm,
amazed. You see, now I tell people, I was telling the children I teach in church, I said the real Abigail can speak is multilingual. That's what I
mm,
told them. I said, and I'm
mm,
working there. The
mm,
real Abigail is, and I was just giving it to them. And I know, even talking to children or preteens, that it's inspiring them. So
mm,
I'm like a figure to them. They see
mm.
me, and a woman that is talking like this with, and it's not like, if it's empty, you go see say empty, but you will see
Yes.
that the results are showing. So it's not,
Mm,
inner circle would find you. Inner
mm,
circle will help you all round,
mm,
whether in your
mm,
health, whether in your finances, whether in your every spiritual, every which way you turn. It's all round
mm,
holistic transformation. That's what inner
mm.
circle will do for you. But it's your mindset. If you're willing and obedient, you will eat the fruit of inner circle. That's my final word. Thank you,
Ah,
Ma.
yeah, 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 yeah. If you're willing and obedient, you will eat the fruit of the inner circle. Thank you, Barrister Abigail Okorie
Thank
Abigail. And we're going to let it go this morning. I love you. I honor you. Thank you
you,
for
Ma. I
being
love
there.
you too, Ma.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Ma.
much for doing this
Thank
with
you.
us. We don't take your time for granted. My
I
love
don't
to the
take it
family.
for granted,
Thank
your
you
time.
so
Thank
much
you, Ma.
for being
All
here.
right.
Alrighty, you're just listening to Barrister Abigail Okorie Abigail sharing on my intentional parenting journey, and she said something. She said, "If you're willing and obedient, you will eat the fruit of the inner circle." And yes, I agree with her. And she said, "There is no time to waste time. No time to waste time. No time to argue. No time to say, did they not? This is the time to actually be here and jump in and move. There is no time to waste time." And one of the things that I have found in the inner circle is that out of everything, there is a collective intelligence that happens here that doesn't happen anywhere else. I don't know how it does. It doesn't happen anywhere else. You come out now and say, "I am looking for this." Recently, I just came out and said, "I'm looking for somebody who works." I said, "Somebody who works in MTN." Omo, I had a legion of people who work in MTN. Are you joking with us? And I go to the highest officer of the MTN embassy in Nigeria. You guys, calm down, no. I mean, just I had like over 20 people on the same case. I was like, come on now. Who have we? I felt really dry. You know, sometime 2 years ago, my father-in-law was going to be in the hospital and we're looking for a room. We had money. We didn't have access. You can have money and still don't have access. Forget it. It's not your money. All of us, 4 children with their wives and husbands, we all had money and we didn't have access. We're looking for a private room in a public hospital. We couldn't get. All I did was come to the yard and say, who works in FMC? And that was it. 4 doctors reached out to me. 5 non-doctors, medical officers reached out to me. In 30 minutes, there was a private room. Come on now. Even my father-in-law feared. Like this kind, what happened here? Even me, I was afraid of myself. Only in the yard. Only in the yard. I think 30 minutes. Something we've done for the 8 hours. We've even gone to MD because some of us have access to MD. It's not by like that. Some things are just, they just happen a certain way. So, for nothing, you want to be in a community where people can actually come and, you come out and you are in a community that makes sense. Not a community that just, is just there. That is the only thing you get in the yard. Trust me, is a lot. I can assure you. Trust me. We have military men. Look for my trouble. I go to my military yarders. Inside, I'll just tell them, sir, there's something happening somewhere. Somebody was doing something to me, Jabi, I can't remember what happened. The driver part couldn't move and all of that. One very silly thing. One call. As at that time, we had the person heading the DSS in the country, in the yard. I just said, sir, I don't know what is happening here. He sent me men. I mean men. You guys calm down, please. Let's not talk about this thing. Let's not talk about it, right? But the yard will change the way you think. The yard will give you access. The yard is the yard. Believe you me, the yard is the yard. Apart from the transformation that happens to you, if you want physical content, we have it too. So we have physical access as well. Apart from, we they work, they show. We're not afraid. We they work, they show live and direct. Thank you again for being here. It's been an amazing time. What a way to start the week. Thank you again to Barrister Abigail Okorie. If Okorie Carlo, if you are here, please send fire emojis if you enjoyed this session this morning. This session got me on a high. You know that kind of thing? Got me on a high, and I love it. I love it. And shout out to you, to Justice Omolara Adeyemi. She's here every day, every single day. You see all this, I'm busy, I cannot. We have people who have decided, have made a choice that we are going to be here. We are very braggadocious. If you are angry about our bragging this morning, please no vex. Just get into the inner circle. We have, for you, you just need to pay 120,000 naira for a single couple, or you pay 200,000 for couples, right? And this fee increases soon. We've been shouting it though. So when it increases, you now say, when I was out gathering my money, they now increase the money. Please, so just make payment now and get in. We have field cohort A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. It's not people that don't understand what they are doing that are there. It's human beings that believe, right? That believe that this is the work that they should enter. And if you miss it, you actually miss out. The moment is 30th of November, we shut the door. After the fact, nobody enters the ark. According to Yadas, even Noah does not have the key to the ark. God will lock us in, take the key until the next 1st of December. You don't, even if you have 1 million to give us on that first, we won't collect. So just be ready that we will not collect. We will tell you at that time, you understand that we're not doing this just for money. We're doing it for purpose. And so it's not about money. It's about the process that you must be in. Thank you again for joining me this morning. And of course, we go live, for dealing with sibling rivalry course. If you are in that course, please remember to log in. And of course, at 12 o'clock, we are going live on the biggest flash sale of the year. Yes, you're going to be having 6 books for 39,500 only today. After today, you pay 60,000 naira for the 6 books. And even the 60,000 naira is very, very affordable. I have mentees now. Their books, in fact, I saw one book pre-order 15,000. I said, I don't blame the person because printing is a lot, right? So pre-order, you're basically having pre-order at 6,000 and 6,000 something. Better take advantage today so that you don't come to me and send me a message. I won't answer and I mean it. And don't send me a message afterwards. There, coach, I didn't see it. Please see it now. Send it to your family and friends. Let them see it today. And yes, we're going to be in Ilorin. Ilorin this Saturday. Don't forget to be there if you're in Ilorin and it's in virus. All right. Ilorin is happening on Saturday this year. I will be there live and direct in TIP Summit Ilorin. And we're also going to be in the UK October 25th. All right. And we're going to be there for TIP Summit October 26th. All right. So Ilorin is happening. TIP Summit UK is happening on the 25th of October. I will be there. God will be there. And Coach Ebuka will also be there. It's going to be awesome. Amazing. You do not want to miss it if you are in the UK. All right. All you need to do is send a message and then you'll get access. All right. You're wondering whether we're going to come, and all of that. I'm in the UK already. Right. So don't worry. TIP Summit in Ilorin is happening on the 11th of October. Be there if you are there. Send somebody, all of these so that they will be there. All right. So see you at 12 o'clock when we are anticipating our 6-in-1 book flash sale for flash sale today. Don't joke. Oh, don't joke. We have done 6,000 copies at pre-order already. So don't joke. If you are not inside, all right, we just leave you and we'll be moving. All right. Who felt my bragging this morning? I love it. And if you're here and you're saying, what is even wrong with that? Why is she even bragging? What is even where we brag when it works, man? And we're very braggadocious and we love it, right? Because they work and they show. See you guys at 12 noon and see you again tomorrow at 8 o'clock, right at the cathedral. Have an amazing day, everybody.
Common phrases in the inner circle. Let's go.
You're coming for an inner circle webinar and you're not with your yellow blanket with red trimmings. Is that even a joke?
Oh, I'm running and I'm not looking back because 10,000 lions are chasing me. I have watched all the webinars, but today, Coach came with a bazooka.
Even with my humility agbada, I still collected.
If you're not in the ark, you better enter now because flood na bia o.
In the inner circle, we dey walk and they show.
CIP police is coming for you. There's no need harness here.
You definitely cannot relate because you are not in the yard.
If you are not in the yard,
why not?